Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Erickson Galt.
Here.
Goliath.
Here.
Gershenson.
Here.
Lubes.
Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Hoffman is on his way. Johnson.
Here.
You have quorum.
Thank you very much. Would you all kindly rise and join Commissioner Juliet, if you don't mind, with the Pledge of Allegiance today?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Commissioners. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes dated December 2nd, 2025, moved by Commissioner Lubes, seconded by Commissioner Erickson Galt. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. The minutes have been approved. I would entertain a motion to approve today's agenda, moved by Commissioner Lubes, seconded by Commissioner Taylor. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Our agenda's been approved. On my paper, I have public comment at the very end, but don't we normally do public comment next?
No, we changed that, but. Yeah, you just cut it down to one last year.
I did.
Yeah.
I thought it was defeating the purpose
I was
though.
looking at that too, I was like,
Oh.
we do the end or
It defeats the
beginning?
purpose for it to be at the very end.
Well, it's on pending items because the public comment at first is just your.
Well, had been,
agenda.
I thought we were doing the first one for any item.
I don't know, I looked at last year's and it looked like junk.
There was a glitch in the template
I'm wondering.
yesterday, or over the weekend.
Oh, well, that I saw, yeah. Well, all
Do you want me
right.
to move it? I can move it.
No, it's fine. Is anyone from the public? Just curious if anyone's from the public.
Take a breath.
Do you, I think I know what you want to talk about. Do you mind particularly if it's at the beginning of our meeting or at the end? Okay, cool. We'll just keep it for the end then. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Did you care if it was at the beginning or at the end?
I do not care.
Okay, it's a fast meeting. I'll be fast. Cool. Thank you all. So our first thing is a communication item then. Everyone, I would ask you to kindly open this item. This is internally generated for your benefit. Just an FYSA on what appointments are coming up here in the near future. The date is on the second page, so you gotta kind of come down to see when they all expire. But there you go, that's the first quarter of the year for expiring terms.
If you say enable editing, it should clear it out.
Oh,
If you do what?
If you say enable, click on enable editing and then it will expand it out.
where is that?
Which is
When you
enable
open it up.
editing.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
The pencil?
So the board portal might be different. Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's fine. There's 5 blue ones. Look at the 5 blue ones.
This is all for the whole year. These are all.
So we don't have to take any action on anything today. You can see that they all start to expire in March. Commissioner Lubes, did you want to just make notion of OCHN's unanticipated vacancy?
Yes, unfortunately, there was a death of Michaela, the board member, so that would be a service, receiver of services, mental health services position open. Farther down on the agenda is reappointment of 3 of the people who are in blue. So I'm checking with Christina to see if she'd like to continue on the board, but I have options for the vacant position.
I appreciate that. So yeah, we'll circle back on that one, but just that is a inordinate addition to the blue ones. Yeah.
Tracy did reach out to all the current members and Christina Root isn't interested in reapplying.
Okay.
The other 3 are. So, and Tracy pointed out Jennifer Karenchuk, she may fall in line with the working in mental health services. She looks like she might be a therapist.
She is.
Okay, so it's just a thought.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. If you have any other discussion on this, no? Be told, there you go. Moving on then, we have one
Well,
item.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what about Lavita Burns on regional convention?
She's interested.
She wants to be,
and I think that's later on in today's agenda too,
she's on the
number ten
regional
A.
convention.
Oh, the very first one.
10A. All right. We have one item from the clerk today. I would entertain a motion to recommend to the board item 7A. It's a grant acceptance from the State Court Administrative Office for FY26 for self-help centers, legal self-help centers. Moved by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Hoffman. You have one, Frank? No? Anyone from the clerk's office? We see this every year. It should be fairly familiar to all of us. I like the grant. Does anyone have any discussion on the grant? All right, motion on the table is to recommend to the board. Madam Clerk, please prompt the vote.
7 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you very much. Nice and easy. I love that. I would now entertain a motion to recommend to the board item 8A. This is from HR, implementing salary administration plan for the first quarter of FY26. Moved by Commissioner Loop, seconded by Commissioner Erickson Gall. Hi, friends.
Good morning. I'm Mason, Manager of Human Resources, and
I'm Haley Matthews. I am the supervisor of the compensation team.
Haley's going to be presenting today. I'm kind of transitioning this over to her, but we'll be here if there are any questions.
Awesome. Any questions?
So before you today is the first quarterly report for fiscal year 26. This covers all the studies that were conducted October through December for 2025. With this report, we're asking for approval to change the salary grade of one classification within neighborhood and housing development, and that affects one position. And then to change the salary grade and title of one classification within Corp Counsel, which affects two positions. If approved, these changes would be effective January 24th, 2026, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you very much. Questions, comments, concerns? Commissioner Kirshenson.
Okay, so what brought on the salary change in housing?
The Neighborhood and Housing Development Officer had requested a job study, so it was kind of her request that administration supported. So we went through the whole JAQ process to reevaluate the factors, and then that's what resulted in the salary grade change.
Okay, that's great. And then the second one?
For Corp Counsel, these two employees are solely focused on like labor and employment matters, so they are different from the other assistant Corp Counsel seniors. So administration had asked us within Corp Counsel to take a look at them, so they also filled out JAQs, and then the factors kind of showed that they're factored out differently than the other classification, which is why we're changing their title to be more in line with the work they actually do.
Good, I'm glad you're looking at individuals'
Yes.
situations. That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions? Any other comments? All right, thank you very much. Motion on the table is to recommend to the board. Madam Clerk, please prompt the vote.
Christensen,
Yes.
you have 7 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, then we have one item from Parks and Recreation Commission. And I would entertain a motion to recommend to the board, ILA between the City of Rochester Hills and Oakland County Parks for Clinton River Oaks. Moved by Commissioner Taylor, seconded by Commissioner Anderson Galt. Hi.
Good morning, Chair Johnson, members of the committee. Thanks for having us here today. I know everyone, Alan Jaros, Deputy Director, Oakland County Parks. This should be a pretty easy one. You're familiar with the agreement with Rochester Hills for the Clinton River Oaks County Park. This is a limited transitional interlocal agreement. We are set to take over operations and maintenance of that park on February 1st. I have Tom Hughes here, who is our Chief of Operations and Maintenance, who put this agreement together. We want to share with them what the intention was and what the goals are.
Yeah, so the original interlocal agreement between the two parks was completed in October. This is a maintenance agreement beginning for February 1st to allow Rochester Hills to continue the maintenance of the park through September. That allows us time to get everything in order, staffing equipment to maintain the park properly. The agreement is just for basic maintenance of the park, mowing, trash pickup, and all those items. Anything over that would be responsibility of parks. We bring our equipment in to do like larger projects, but this is just basic maintenance till end of September, end of fiscal year. Then at that time, we would take over with parks staff and parks equipment.
And this has already been through the Parks and Recreation Commission, which I appreciate. I really only have one question, and it's, I wish I had a better way to say it, but why? And what I mean is, I don't really have a problem with this. There's nothing that I object to. I'm just curious if this is because of some short staffing on our end or some other inability to immediately take all jurisdictional ownership. Doesn't really matter, and hey, I'm all for giving my city money, but just curious why, because we've never done this with another parcel.
You're correct. Oh, yes, I mean, to your point, yes, it's basically staffing and equipment, which we do not have in place, because this previous agreement was put together pretty quickly, so we didn't have time to go through our budget process to get everything in place for these. So this just allows us to follow the budget process to create any positions needed if they are needed, and additional equipment, so just to do it properly and do it right. You won't see the expenses being any different, what we pay them versus what we're doing on our end. So it's pretty much, a wash on that part of it for expense wise, so just allows us to do it properly.
Okay, any other questions, comments, concerns? Cool, thank you very much. Motion on the table is to recommend to the board. Madam Clerk, please round the vote.
Yes. Thank you. 78, 0 nays.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That brings us to our conversations time. We've got kind of the two categories of appointments that we were looking at earlier today. The first one is for the Regional Convention Authority, and then the second one would be OCHN. Again, time sensitivity, they all pop up in March, so it's not the most urgent thing, but we've been pretty proactive in the past on this committee, and I appreciate that proactive sentiment. So, 10A for the Regional Convention Facility Authority.
Citizens Advisory Council. It's actually the Citizens Advisory Council that reports to the
Thank you.
Convention Authority, but
That's a long name.
I know.
My battery is 20%, folks. But we've got one person who's up. She's been on for quite a while and is interested in reappointment. Commissioners for discussion. Commissioner Lubes.
Oh, I thought you were taking a motion.
I can take a motion. You want to make a motion?
Yes,
All right. Is it to reappoint?
yes.
All right. Do I have a second? Commissioner Gershenson seconds the motion. Any other discussion on this motion? Wow. A great deliberative body.
Okay, I've had
Yes,
a thought.
Commissioner.
You mean, Mavita's been on for almost 10 years. So should we ask her to come in and tell us what she does and
I would
how
love
things
that,
are?
actually.
And because this is of another 4-year appointment.
Yeah. I'd like that.
It'd be
She's
interesting to learn more about this committee in
Yeah,
general.
right, we haven't
Yeah.
heard anything
Right.
It is true,
in a long time, so.
And frankly, the conventions are an exciting thing. I don't feel like Cobo's always got stuff going on down there. Well, yeah, Cobo three new names over. It's not easy at Huntington Place now. But they've always got stuff going on down there. They've got the JW under construction. I'm excited about that. Anyway, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Would you mind?
I would reach out to him.
Thank you.
Reach out to him.
Withdraw the reappointment.
I don't know about that. Penny, what do you wanna do? Do you wanna keep doing the motion?
We can wait until she comes
Wait.
in since the appointment's in March.
Okay. Yeah,
Oh,
let's just, would you withdraw the
care.
motion?
I'm okay with doing her.
Commissioner
And you
Lewis,
just want an update or a
Yeah, just an
presentation on
update,
what's
right.
going on?
Mhm.
would you mind formally withdrawing that motion?
I mean, I don't care whether, if we want to reappoint her, that's fine. It's her presentation isn't gonna change our minds,
That's
I'm
true.
sure. So
Oh, hi.
my intent was not to question her reappointment, it was just to find out what the heck they're doing.
No, for sure. Cheryl.
I just wanna put one point in there that you may or may not realize. We do get a portion of the tax from the convention facility authority. So that's that makes this kind of an important person because they are part of those conversations that affect what's going on down there, and then that could potentially affect revenue that we receive for a convention facility tax.
Oh, great. Yeah,
Well, then let's move with the appointment.
Commissioner Taylor.
Just a quick question, was there any other interest? I mean, I know she's been in this position for 10 years and she wants to stay. But since we haven't had a report to see how it's going, we don't have any complaints one way or the other.
Yeah.
But we don't really know how it's functioning and that kind of thing.
No, that's a good point.
And we don't know if anyone else would be interested or could better serve us. We have no idea.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And we have not openly solicited anything. I don't know if we've openly solicited in the
Never.
last 10 years.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know if that's an interest to anyone, but I'm not familiar enough to say, but if someone wants to shed some light on that.
But
I wouldn't be surprised. I see her hand. I will say though, that like philosophically, I'm inclined to tease that out because it's not just this one, it's several of our appointees that have been there for 15, 20 years. And you're right, I'm sure you're doing a great job, whoever you are in whatever position. But I don't know if you're as eager as you were 15 years ago, if you care enough, or you've been supplanted in the grand community of potential candidates by interest. I don't know. Commissioner Juliet?
Thank you, Cheryl. I have a quick follow-up question to that. Is it a fixed rate every year we get for them, or is it based on events or?
It's a portion of the taxes that are paid to the areas down there, cause there's an additional tax in Wayne County and Detroit. And then there's a list of other people, like we're not the only ones that get it, some other counties get it, some other areas get it. If they bond, then there could be bond payments that get part of that. There's a state statute percentage that 40% of what we get goes to OCHN for just help for them, for citizens.
Okay.
So it's
So we do get some, but it is statute how it's allocated, some of it how it's allocated.
yeah, some of it's statutory, but some of it is, it's kind of like with the marijuana tax and things like that, whatever they get in, and then they have a formula that they plug it through and then you get that percentage.
Okay, great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion?
I would like to hear that report. It's very important to me to better understand and see what we receive. I didn't know that we received this from this committee. And I guess it would be due diligence on our part to have some of these committees report back to us to say, hey, for the new people like me, I still consider myself to be a newbie.
You are new, as long as I'm new, you're new too.
But just so that I can say, hey, yeah, Ms. Burris is doing a great job and here's why. I just would like to be more informed.
All right, here's what I would suggest, Commissioner Lubes, with your motion, do you mind postponing the motion to our next meeting? Ideally, she'll be free to come in and we can do them at the same time if that would prefer. I would move to postpone the motion.
Works for me.
Seconded by Erickson Galt. I am fine to just voice vote that one. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Cool. All right,
Thank
so
you.
we'll do that at our next meeting. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you all.
Same discussion now with OCHN. We've got a few scheduled vacancies and then we've got a unfortunate additional vacancy. Or I would say an inordinate vacancy because the term would be off kilter from the rest of them. But discussion on this one. Commissioner Gershenson followed by Commissioner Lubes.
Well, I know this is a very grueling appointment. I mean, we do know what they do and the amount of time that is spent in this committee. So those that wanna stay on, I would be inclined to reappoint. And then there's one that Christina doesn't wanna come back.
Right.
Could we open that up
that'd be fine with me. Commissioner Loop's question for you, since you said you had people in mind for the second vacancy also, did you want to include them in the opening up, or did you?
Sure.
So open up the two positions and then just have them?
Right.
I would like that. So that would be opening up,
What do you mean by opening up? Advertising?
soliciting, yeah,
Soliciting for which ones?
for the occupational involved mental health, unless we wanted to entertain a swapperoo, didn't, you were saying there was a potential swapperoo?
But then you'd still have a vacancy.
Yeah, but it would be a general vacancy rather than a, or what were you saying, Tracy?
Jennifer Crenshaw,
Jennifer?
to be in the occupation involving mental health.
So she moved to that.
I would prefer to do that, that would be easier for us to do.
Well, shouldn't you ask her? Should we ask her?
She is a practitioner, so I don't
Oh,
think
okay.
that would affect anything if we move it.
Okay.
More of a nice surprise.
I think she should be notified.
Again, we don't have to do this until March, so we can do that next week. If you want, we could just do literally, from my vantage point, Sarah and Doug are simple reappoints, and the rest is a little game of checkers that we have to play. It's not chess, it's just checkers. But, so I would look for a motion then on those two, and then next LACO meeting, we can discuss Jennifer's switcheroo. And today we can also, that meeting, next meeting, we should also then open up whether it's two generals or one general and one specialist. Sound good? Commissioner Taylor?
I agree, but my suggestion would be that we follow the same processes so that no matter what, if we come back 5 years from now, we'll say that they both reapplied and we accepted the reappointment. Because one person has reapplied and the other has just said that they're interested. I think for processes, we should follow the same.
3 have reapplied.
Okay.
Sarah, so we just got Jennifer's.
I'm just saying, we just
She applied back in November, so she was like a recent appointment. But she actually did send another application in for reappointment.
As long as we have those, because if somebody from the outside that's not sitting here today say, well, this one didn't apply, we can say we follow our processes, no matter what.
Yeah, so, yeah, attached are the applications
Okay.
for, that have reapplied.
Okay,
Could
thank you.
you just tweak that then in the intro and background paragraph?
I just did.
Thank you.
Okay, thank
I
you.
just did so refreshed.
That's really good, no, thank you.
I'm sorry, I just found it out this morning.
It just came in this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, okay. Any other comments then on the Commissioner Offred?
I was just thinking that if we're saying that anybody who says they want to be reappointed gets reappointed because they want to get reappointed, I think there will be some times that we don't want that person reappointed. I don't think this should be an absolute thing, that it's a rule.
No, just that if they are interested, they have to still apply.
Okay,
That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
all right.
Commissioner Christensen, then Commissioner
And
Exel.
it's also my understanding that we're checking on how, with the board chair and how they're functioning within the,
Okay, that's good.
within the, yeah, where it's just not, you wanna be on okay.
Right.
Yeah, we get constant updates from Dennis Cowan, the chair. So we're really up to date on that board. On the other board though, Lenny, I was gonna say, we can put in the appointment that you report to us once a year, or we want an update, which we didn't do obviously with regional, which we should do.
We should with all of
Just for our due
those.
diligence, I think we should,
Yeah.
I agree, we should do that on all of them.
There's a lot of
But
those.
OCHN is different, cause
Oh, yeah,
we,
we get from them all the time.
and we also, don't we have
We get from them all the time.
commissioners that are on a committee?
Yeah.
Who is that?
With PHNS.
And Commissioner Smith, so I mean, I feel like we get updates from them pretty regularly.
Yeah, they do presentations here as well.
But I mean, I see your point.
Commissioner Erickson Gold.
I was just gonna say, I think that what Commissioner Hoffman said is dead on. We don't wanna, just because somebody has been serving for a while and requests reappointment, we should always look at it with fresh eyes to say, you know, are we happy with this appointee and do we wanna just reappoint them or do we wanna open it up for a process? And that supports what Commissioner Taylor said, is that we should always have the process. I do absolutely agree, we should always, anybody who wants to be reappointed should be applying and giving us information about themselves. Just so that we know, cause, you know, I happen to know Mabita Burris, and I think she's amazing, but not everybody knows her. And I will say that even though I know her through her activities in Troy, not through the activities on this board. So having that information would be very helpful to let us know whether, you know, we're happy and choose to reappoint.
Commissioner Loops.
In order to streamline the open application process, I would like to move Jennifer then to the mental health provider so that we have a general application open along with the consumer app open. And I'd like to do that now because March does come quickly.
Right.
You're okay.
And the next meeting, our next meeting isn't until February.
Right, we don't have a second meeting this month, do we?
You know, I think that a lot of times too, because someone's appointed in a certain position, they automatically assume that well, I have to apply for this position. But if they already have the credentials, that they're really representing the other position as well, just because of who they are. So, I mean, I don't know that just, you know, needing to check with her, I mean, I would think that she'd be fine with it since she's kind of representing that field.
Right, I'm not suggesting she reapply.
Right.
Right, but I am suggesting she be notified.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. And the board is where it's final, right? So it's up to you.
All right. You okay with that? Commissioner Loops, I will take your motion,
To
whatever you
approve.
want it to be. It's a few different parts.
Yes, would like to make a motion to move Jennifer Korenchuk to mental health provider and move that Sarah Guadalupe and Pastor Jones and Jennifer Korenchuk be approved for reappointment.
All right, I take that motion. Are you good with that one? Okay, do you have a second? Seconded by Commissioner Joliet. When you're ready, we can go ahead and throw that up.
We have 7-0 nays.
Awesome, thank you very much. And then I would entertain a second motion. And it's primary consumer. That's the other vacancy, is it primary consumer?
Yeah, primary consumer is the other.
That's fine. It's still a general public then and a primary consumer.
Yeah.
I would entertain a motion to openly solicit then for those two positions, if that's all right. Commissioner Erickson Gall and seconded by Commissioner Taylor. Whenever you're ready, that one too.
General public and primary consumer.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I know that process is a little bit involved, so we'll get started on that. On the point of discussion, do you mind if you spin your screen around again?
Sure.
This is a PSA for our departments. Thank you for still being in the room. Parks, if you're listening, this is a PSA for you too. Y'all, if you don't mind, I'm going to keep our next meeting short, just like this or lighter. So if anything is urgent, flag it as actually urgent, but otherwise, I would like to keep it lighter because if it's all the same to you all, I wouldn't mind having an agency and committee fair with the Historical Commission, the Art Institute Authority, the Zoo Authority, the Convention Authority. And then we've got two others that have actually come before us. The Land Bank Authority, and Rob Wittenberg does try to do once a year with us, and I appreciate that. So I don't need to see him next week. And then the Personnel Appeal Board, I don't know if it's really the same kind of vibe of.
It's through HR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel the need to see that one either. But what do you all think about a fair of show and tell with the rest of those?
At the next LAGO meeting?
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, the historical commission, that's appointed by the chair. We don't appoint them.
Yeah, but they
That's
still
true.
they report to us.
If they had something, I guess.
They usually report to us as a board.
Yeah.
And he
They
just
do
did,
that.
yeah, he just did.
Yeah, I've never seen. Anyway, it's up to you though.
He doesn't have to get, I guess also, and this is for you and me, I'm not looking for a report from them. I don't care substantially what they're doing, but I'm.
Put a time frame on it.
Yeah. I think I do care more about like how it's going and like the experiential nature of the boards more than the substance of their work. I think for LAGO, that's what we should be concerned with is less the substance and more are they acting well and are they efficient together? Thoughts? Raised eyebrows.
well, I agree with you, but I do want a little bit of an update from them.
Substantially?
Yeah, but I do agree with you, they need to be told 5 minutes or, cause that can
Oh,
really be uncomfortable.
I don't want that 5 times over.
Well, that was, I would say that I would want something, but maybe put in a time frame and some parameters or specifics that we're looking for. So
Okay.
they know as opposed to.
Okay, yeah, I like that. But we haven't heard, other than, like I said, Land Bank, I don't think we've ever, in my tenure, we've never heard from the others.
And Land Bank actually reported to EDI last time, I think, because it was related to
Today.
property.
I think they're having a public hearing, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Okay. And Art Authority
why
reports
are they doing that EI?
Richmond House property. Purchase
Hmm.
site.
We have talked about that. Oh, weird. All right, well, whatever. Okay, I will be strict about that because I'm not doing a 4-hour fair.
So that's February 10th you're talking about.
If that's our next meeting, then yes. Cool. That's it for our regular agenda then today. Bringing us to public comment. Anyone from the public wishing to address us on anything at all, please make your way to the front of the table. You have 3 minutes. Start with your name and your residence, and then go ahead.
Sure, hello commissioners, my name is Jordan Irving. I actually don't live in Oakland County, but I'm an ombudsperson for SMART for Oakland County specifically. And I just wanted to say Happy New Year, number one, and let you guys know that we're here and open to hear any feedback, suggestions, anything that you guys are getting from your constituents that we need to improve on. We're constantly working to improve, especially with our smarter mobility plan, which includes not only more frequent rides on our fixed route, which is the big buses, but also incorporating our flex rides, which is the micro transit. I'm hoping that you guys have heard about it. It operates like an Uber, but it's never more than $8 for a ride. So we're working to expand our services and make sure that we're making on-time performance. That is the word or the phrase for the year, making sure we're meeting all of our riders on time, not early, not late, but right where they need to be. So I just wanted to reintroduce myself, and make sure that I open myself for any suggestions, questions, and opportunities to interact with all of you.
Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, sure.
Well, thanks for coming. Could you leave your contact information with us? And also, does the public report to you, or You're the ombudsman for the public issues.
For all constituents in Oakland County. So for you guys, for the public, for anybody that has a problem or has something great to say.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you very much, Jordan. Okay.
Good morning, I'm Heather Ray, I'm the CEO of Common Ground, and I'm here today to give public comment about the OCHN board appointments. I think it's wonderful that you are thinking hard about this, that you are asking questions. I've been in the mental health system in Oakland County since the early 1990s, and I've seen many directors, I've seen many boards, I've seen their budgets grow, I've seen good boards, good CEOs, and not so good. Last year, the OCHN budget was $500 million. This is a big deal, your appointments, and I just want you to know that. I also would like you to know that the current board needs to be stronger. There are some strong board members, but there needs to be stronger board members really questioning the decisions of the CEO and questioning, like why are the relationships with the provider organizations so bad, because they are. I've never seen lawsuits like we've seen. It's a really rough time, I think, for the public mental health system. So I would encourage you to think strongly or hard on what your decisions are and ask a lot of questions, not just of the board chair, but of the public, of providers, because the board is important for the entire community. So I would just encourage you to do that due diligence. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Sheila Barrett. I'm the Director of Executive Operations and Board Liaison for OCHN. And I thank you for your reappointments for the 3 board members. I can attest that they're very active board members and they do their due diligence in everything they do. They're not a yes board. They do look into every aspect of our oversight and are very fiscally responsible in their roles. But thank you for your reappointment, or your recommendation for reappointment.
Thank you.
Hi, guys. Happy holidays, happy new year, happy new information for everybody. Again, my name is Margaret Gupta, I'm from Oakland Township. I'm a constituent of Oakland County. And I brought it to you guys' attention, the Zoom hearing platform has no ability to preserve court records. I know I saw Lisa Brown here. Just to let you know, I have 5 Zoom hearing records that have been corrupted by Judge Lisa Langdon and her judicial staff. No one from Oakland County yet, Board of Commissioners, Mr. Andrews, has reached back out to me to say anything, right? So I expect that because it's been over, 6 months for that guy when he got verbally attacked from the Board of, the Road Commission? That still hasn't been sorted out either. So my expectation is that you guys are not gonna sort anything out either. That's just the gist of it. I've been writing down some key phrases. Jurisdictional ownership. What do you guys have to do with the judiciary in Oakland County? A lot. You guys support the IT support, hardware, software. Zoom has no ability to secure and preserve the court records. That's a big problem because court officers can go in there and remove statements, change the court transcripts, anything that the appellate court bases their information off of. You guys provide the office space, the retirement, the medical. HR just said, hey, we're gonna change the benefit, the salary changes, job titles, and job descriptions for court counsel. Oh, that's nice. And you know what the biggest one that I just discovered? Email. Everybody has an oaklandcounty.gov email. What does that have anything to do with it? Does anybody realize that when you submit an email, a letter, a document, any type of wording in a letter or email, that prevents somebody from getting fair justice, hurts them or harms them with malintent, deliberate, malicious, anything, even part of a scheme. Do you know what that's considered? Mail fraud. That's a federal crime. Not only, guys, do you provide the housing for them to commit their crimes, you provide the IT, the Zoom hearing platform. You guys provide their email address so they can continue to commit more, what do you say, behind the scenes, electronic manipulation of data. Not one person's investigated. Go ahead and ask corporate counsel. Specifically ask Ms. Drugi, what have they done? There's no reports. There's no files. There's no documents. There's nothing in writing. That's a big problem for Oakland County. You guys are the legislative branch. You work with the executive branches. I haven't heard from anybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from public comment? All right, I'll close the public comment then. That brings us into other business. Anyone else have any other business today? Commissioner Christensen.
Okay, so I'm just curious, I don't know anything about Zoom hearings. Would we be interested in asking the court administrator to come in and talk to us about it, tell us what it is?
Not to put her on the spot, but I have no experience either. Can you give us a 50,000 foot overview? I'm assuming you have more than I do.
Yeah, I just done one last week. I don't know technologically how it works, and my understanding is Ms. Gupta's issues all involve how it is set up as an application and how it interfaces and how it's used by the court personnel and by the court reporters who do the transcribing. That I don't have any personal knowledge of that. But regularly Zoom hearings. In fact, the State Court Administrator's Office and the Supreme Court have encouraged courts to use Zoom for hearings as much as possible, or some other similar platform. I don't think they're required to use Zoom, but it is the most widely available and convenient, I would say, of those sort of applications. So all I can talk to is, as a practitioner, I think Zoom is amazing. I think if you ask most attorneys who spend a lot of time in court, they just love the fact that they're not sitting in court all morning for a 5-minute hearing. It has really, done amazing things for most litigators' practices. But it, I can't speak to the technology. I don't know how it is, whether, I cannot speak to the merit of the concerns that have been expressed.
I appreciate that. Commissioner Christensen, I do think it's worth having that conversation. And if you don't mind, could I tack that on to our list of short presentations?
Well, maybe do it after the February 10th meeting if you're concerned that that's gonna be grueling.
Well, we'll see how much the other departments want to try to do in February.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, I'm
like this
open
time of
to
year.
it, but I do wanna be respectful to
Yeah.
the public comment and just hear the other side. Certainly we haven't.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And also, I will say, just kind of generally, if anyone thinks that any crime is ever committed, it's incumbent on that person to file a police report with the sheriff's department.
It's been done
Commissioner.
multiple times.
So I would also point out that this is probably actually a better subject matter for the Public Health and Safety Committee. You don't really oversee the court system in this committee.
Oh, yeah, no, I was wondering that. Have at it.
Like
That's a
her
good point.
agenda isn't super full.
Didn't mean to kick that down to you, Penny, but I didn't wanna step on your toes and have this committee.
Yeah, no, that's a really important point. Thank you. Any other general news, comments? Again, stay healthy, everyone.
I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
Chris Bujak would be happy to talk to us about that. I've had conversations with her about various matters involving the court. She's very knowledgeable.
But again, if the courts are liaisoning with PHNS, I'll happily defer to that committee, for sure. Stay healthy, be safe, love you all. I will adjourn, it is 9:50.